Robinson became Canadian champion by ferociously defending attacks from older and more experienced competitors, and I know she'll agree. And today, at the ripe old age of 22, she's coming back. I'm glad you've come back here.
Thank you.
Nice
It's a pleasure.
to have you.
It's a pleasure to be back.
Thank you. We have really studied your career this year because you've done something that skaters don't often do, and that is add a coach, a serious coach, to your team, and yet maintain the ties with what you're familiar. Tell us about it.
Well, I am still taking from Doug Lee and Neil Carpenter up in Barrie, but I'm also taking from Richard Callahan, who I did take from all summer, and I do go back and forth to Detroit and Barrie, so I spend time at both places. And it is an extremely unusual circumstance, but it seems to be working out to my benefit this year.
Why did you make the decision?
I made the decision, it was partially because for the past 2 years, like, I finished third, and it was very disappointing. And Michelle and Doug and myself sort of sat down and we decided they're the ones that brought it up to me because I never would have left.
Loyalty is such a big thing in the skating world with coaches, and many of them are very, what's the right word, protective, jealous of any kind of moves.
Yeah, protective would be the right word because, well, I've been there for 7 years when I was 13, so they're basically like second parents to me. But they're so cool, and it's so admirable that they suggested to me that I leave and go someplace else because they felt that over the past year, after the last Canadian Championships, that we had really focused on everything that we could do and worked so hard that maybe it was time to see where other girls train and how they make mistakes, and yet seem to be able to pull it off in competition no matter what.
What have you discovered on your trips to Detroit?
Well, I'm very happy, just because I was living at home for the whole summer with my parents.
Yeah, you're from Windsor.
Yeah, so I live at home, and I really kind of slipped really easily back into that role of, like, being with my parents, and we're so close that it made me so happy that it kind of not to be on my own anymore with my parents, and they were making my dinners, and my mom was doing my laundry, but
a little pampering.
Yeah, it was so nice, and she'd come and watch me every day at the rink, and to look up in the stands and see my mom there was so motivating, and it made me completely at ease. And watching the other girls skate, of course, Nicole Bobeck skates there. There's a ton of wonderful seniors. Of course, the American ladies have always been very strong, and to see them make mistakes and
how they deal with it?
Yeah, how they deal with it really helped me learn about my mistakes and not to get so down on myself and so frustrated because obviously it wasn't working, and I didn't want to force myself into, like, I forced myself into my skating, and that's not how I feel this year. It just eases, and it's so much more comfortable.
Well, we all tend to look at how perfect we want things to be, and then do get really down on ourselves. Someone said to me once, you know, it's normal to make mistakes, and it's very hard to be a good skater. If it was easy, everybody would be good, and they're not.
Yeah, it's so true, but you want to be the best, and you want to show everybody what you've done and what you've accomplished over the year, and you get so eager and so anxious that it just kind of, sometimes it brings you up too much, and I've really learned how to deal with it, and with my training that I've had over the summer and going back and forth and like choreography and things, it's really put me at ease, and I'm so much more confident.
So it's been like the best of both worlds.
Really, it has. It really has helped my confidence, which is I always said it wasn't really a factor, but you know, you're not going to tell somebody I'm a little nervous, I'm a little anxious, because you don't want to doubt yourself.
Yeah, but nerves are appropriate. Nerves, this is a really big thing that you're doing, and nerves are very appropriate.
Yeah, they are. It's just, that whole...
They're scary.
Yeah, it's scary. You don't want to, yes, I'm scared. You don't want to admit that in front of a whole bunch of people, but you should, and it's so honest, and it would probably let a lot of tension go.
Absolutely, absolutely. You also made big changes choreographically. Tell us about that. It's a wonderful story.
Yeah, that was the hardest one, because of course, Michelle and I had a meeting, and she said that I should probably try somebody else that would be new this year. So we gave Laurie Nichols a call. And
who is Michelle Kwan's choreographer.
Yes, she is. And I called her, and we talked over the phone, and the neatest thing about that was, because I'd never really met her, and she's like, so what are your hobbies, and what do you like to do, and what would you like to do if you could, and things like that, and she really got to know me very well, so it was kind of a very nice transition just because I'd been so close to Michelle. And I really got close to Lori very quickly, and she's been a wonderful friend, a wonderful trainer, and she taught me so much over the short 2 weeks that we did my programs.
Well, something is coming to mind here. You won your Canadian title in Ottawa, and we're heading back to Ottawa again for the Canadians. Does this feel kind of like closure? We're going to do it again.
Sort of full circle, really.
Sure.
Yeah, but like there was a big thing that happened, and of course with Jose coming back, you know, it was a big thing, and now coming back to Ottawa and with so many changes that I've made, you know, it's another big thing, and it really does feel like a full circle. I think it's kind of special that I'll be back there again.
We are looking forward to seeing you so much. If I could skate every edge with you, I would. Take that along with you, and we'll see you in Ottawa. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Some skaters didn't have to qualify for nationals, but the stars of today's Ice Time fought their way to Canadians through 4 divisional competitions, and we'll begin our Cross Canada review of their skating in Corner Brook, Newfoundland.